Hello, today we are going to be taking a look at this quite interesting device that I recently purchased, and it's been called USB DataLink, and it is quite interesting piece of equipment because it allows you to connect directly to computers using USB cable and copy data in between. So this is a really interesting stuff. Why this device is extremely amazing is it supports Windows 98 2nd edition, Windows Millennium, 2000 and XP, but we are going to be also trying it with the Windows 7 and Windows 10 because this is what I'm mostly using, and on those computers I've got access to the internet. So if I'm working with like an old machine, I would like to copy drivers that I download online. So I would like to have it working on the newer computer, at least on one end. And let's do unboxing because I deeply believe this is a vintage stuff because the Windows XP is really far away. Here we've got USB disk, and I will create online copy. So in the description you will have a download link for all the contents. Here we've got the user manual, so let's take a look. Here is the model for that device. Let's take a look. And here we've got all the information. So we are going to be getting software that is being called Smart Link. We should install it. And we are going to be getting like a file explorer. We've got the transfer speed of 6 megabits if this is a small b, and if the manual is okay, then this is going to be megabits per second, not megabytes. And it supports USB 1.1, so absolutely beautiful for a vintage computer. I've got absolutely no idea if it's going to be working with a newer machine, and that's because it is totally sealed. So here we've got a one USB-A plug, second USB-A plug, and device in between that is being called SINET USB data link cable. So let's do the unboxing or the unwrapping. And yes, it looks absolutely amazing. This is a really vintage stuff, and I hope I will put it to a good use. This is really unusual look. 2 USB-A plugs on both ends. Absolutely beautiful. I prepared this absolutely beautiful test setup. We've got 2 CF18 toughbook computers that are running Windows XP 32-bit version, and the goal is to link those 2 computers together and transfer some data. Both of those toughbooks do not contain CD-ROM drive, so I copy content of that CD into that flash drive, and we are going to be install it together. I copy our software into those 2 computers, and let's try to install it for a first time. I can see that we've got version for Macintosh. Let's see, I sadly cannot open it. Document that will require like a word processing software. So let's go with the Windows XP. Let's try to run the setup, and we've got a PC Link software. So we go next, 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 and I can see that we've got a new icon here that is being called PC Link. Let's take a look at the second computer. We've got the same software, Windows XP. We go with the setup. Let me close that down. We go next, 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 and we've got our beautiful new icon. And let's try connect those 2 computers using this interesting cable. One side of our cable goes here, and of course it feel like it was upside down. I rotate it, and of course it was wrong way. We've got a new hardware wizard, so let's go with the next. Let's see. We do not have drivers. Okay, we go back. Insert from specific localization. Let me try to navigate into our desktop. This is what I hate. Here we've got USB DataLink, XP. Let's try OK. Let's see what will happen. And it found the drivers. Yeah, this is the catch for the young commerce. Okay, we've got a new hardware ready to use. Let's try to repeat that process. So we are plugging ourselves. We've got the new hardware. Let's this time, of course, I'm pretty sure it will fail. Go back, install from specific, browse, USB data link, Windows XP, next. Will it find? Yes, it find. It installed. Absolutely beautiful. Let's try to run our software. So we double click here and let's double click on that machine. Where is the icon? Here is the PC link. And looks like they sync together. And on bottom, if we take a look here, it's a remote machine. And we've got our files. On top, we've got local machine and we've got our local files. I can see that we've got a different thing and exactly the same here. So that's going to be that computer. And that remote machine is going to be that computer. So looks like it is absolutely beautiful. Let's try to navigate into like a desktop. To get into desktop, we need to go document and settings. Documents and settings. We've got a tab book. And we go into desktop. And as you can see, we've got two different things. And I'm pretty sure it is bidirectional. So let me just minimize that software, because most likely we need just a one user interface. Here we've got file that is being called PR4G. This is for a two-way radio. Let me try to locate it using the remote machine. And we've got with the PR4G, it is here. So this is that file. And if we take a look here, of course, we do not have it. And we are going to be trying copying it. So let me grab it. And let me move it upward. So it will copy to that local machine. I will drop it. We see that the file is being copied. Let me minimize it. And will it appear here? Yes, we've got it. If we take a look at this computer, here I've got a screenshot with my logo, and let's try to transfer it into that machine. So we go here, we can select the screenshot, which is here, and we can drag and drop it here, and it should appear on that machine. So let's go like this. I'm dropping it, it's receiving, it appear, we double click it, and we've got it. And this seemed like a really good solution and alternative to giving access to the internet to those vintage machines, even into your local area network. Let's try if we can drag and drop. So I will just grab file here from the desktop and I will try to drop it here, and let's see. Sadly, it do not support that. It is pretty sad, so the software is pretty limited. But let's see something bigger. how big that file is. Anyway, let's try to copy that file that's got 11 megabytes. So it should give us some sort of idea how fast it is. So we go into desktop, and it was called OZ Explorer. We grab it and we drop it, and now it's copying. So this is a 10 megabyte file at real time. So was it at 10 seconds? You tell me. But if we take a look here, we've got our file. So as you were able to see, process of copying data between two Toughbook computers with 32-bit Windows XP work without any problems. And now we've got more complicated task because I would like to use my modern machine with access to the internet and just copy data, for example, drivers or programming software into that old machine. So how to do it? The easiest solution is going to be installing a virtual machine that is going to be emulating 32-bit operating systems. And let's try, will it work? So as before, we are going to be plugging one side of our cable into that vintage Toughbook, just like that. That end go into my modern MacBook. Inside my virtual machine, we need to install exactly the same application. So we go here, Windows XP, and it's going to be as simple as clicking next, next, next. Then we need to attach our hardware into virtual machine. Here we've got a tiny USB icon. We right-click it. We're finding USB to USB bridge. We're clicking it. And now this cable is going to be attached into that virtual machine. As you can see, the Windows XP inside VM detected it and install drivers. Let's start our PC-Link application. We are going to be copying that file. And here we open the PC-Link. And if everything is okay, they should connect together. And as you can see, this is exactly what happened. I will minimize it. This is the file that we want. So on local machine, I will navigate into desktop and settings, user, and into our desktop, just like that. Here we navigate into documents and settings, Toughbook, desktop, and we should see a screenshot. So screenshot, where is it? Is it here? We grab it, we drag and drop. And let's see, will it copy it? We've got it. Just take a look at this. We just transfer that file. So imagine that I need to put some sort of software into that machine that I just downloaded from the internet. And let's imagine that this is that file. So how to copy it into VM, because it looks like a complicated process. I just grab it with my mouse, I move it into the VM, I drop it, and as you can see, the file was copied. So it was just a one click. Then we go back into our software. I will refresh it, and here we've got our file. I grab it and I drop it here, and as you can see, we are copying it and it appears here. And it is as easy. We just copy our file. And let's try again something bigger in reverse order. Here I've got the OZ Explorer. Those were maps. I will drag and drop it. Looks like this is 12 megabytes. I drag and drop it. And we are copying from that computer into the VM. And as you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. And here on the indicator, we've got activity on the USB, and we've got it. Just take a look. OZ Explorer was copied. So as you can see, it worked absolutely beautiful. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time, and bye bye.